Okay, we took notes on Friday, and I know you've had the weekend, and so I'm asking you to do a worksheet today, and there's 8 problems on them. But those of you that are watching the video, I'm going to do the first 2 with you. So here we go. We're finding the missing side length. We know it is a right triangle because of my right angle there, represented by the box. So because we have a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We know across from that right angle is always your c. So I'm going to put the 17 where the c is. And what we are finding for is either a or b. I'm just going to go ahead and write for this example that we're going to look for a. It doesn't matter if you pick a or b when you're finding a leg. So as I go ahead and set this up here, we don't know a. B is going to be 11, and we're going to square it. Now we have to solve for a. So in order to solve for a, we have a squared plus 121, that was a bad 2, equals, and 17 times 17 is 289. So our goal here is to get the a all by itself. We're going to find that side length. Subtract 121 from both sides. So I have a squared equals, and 289 minus 121 is 168. Now remember that says squared, and so the inverse of squaring a number, just like the inverse of add above was subtract, the inverse of squaring a number is taking the square root. And so here we have a equals, the square root of 168 is 12.96. So our side length is going to be for a here is 12.96. I want to remind you that your a and b should be the shorter sides. Your c will always be the longer side. Okay, I'm going to go to the next page just because I don't have enough room on here to write, and we'll go ahead and look at number 2 as well. So just kind of a refresher of how do we find the side length when we're solving for a or b. Before we go on, let me go ahead and make sure you guys all understand what all the numbers are represented here. So if I kind of scoot this over a little for you. I already did number 1 with you. I'm going to do number 2 with you. So number 3, that says 11 and 7, in case you can't read those numbers. Number 4 is 15 and 11. Number 5, this is hard to read, it's a 6. So that's 6 and 11. Problem number 6 is 11 and 3. Problem number 7, this is a 5 and a 12. And problem number 8 is a 20 and an 8. So just making sure you understand what all the numbers are. Let's go ahead and look at example 2. We know on example 2 we have a right angle because it's got the square in the corner to show that that is a right angle. We know across from our right angle is going to be c. So we know 15 is going to be our c value. Because we have a right triangle, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And on this one, I'm going to show you that we're just going to solve for, we're going to find b on this one. So when you're solving for a or b, you can pick if you want it to be a, or you can pick if you want it to be b. Doesn't matter which letter you pick. Sometimes they'll just tell you. So let's go ahead and plug our numbers in here. So a is 12. We don't know b, that's what we're finding, and c is 15. And so we wrote a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And remember, when you square, you times it by itself. So 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144, plus b squared, that's what we're solving for. We want to find that side length. And 15 times 15 is 225. And so to get the b all by itself, we need to subtract 144 from both sides. That's the inverse of a positive, would be to take away. And we're going to have b squared equals 81. And now, last but not least, the opposite of squaring a number, the inverse operation, is taking the square root. And so I have b equals 9. The square root of 81 is 9. So this b side length is going to be a length of 9. And again, I want you to remember that A and B are going to be your shorter sides, and C will always be your longer side. I hope this helped you get started on your worksheet. You guys are doing a great job. Keep working hard. Finish strong.